Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is Jason, and you're watching Ray of Light Tarot. Happy Monday night. Happy full moon in Virgo. Happy whatever your happiness is about. Happy that. I hope you guys are having a nice Monday. I'm just cutting up my little strips here with names on them to put them in the drawing for tonight. If anyone else wants to get added to tonight's drawing, now is the time. We're going to be doing a drawing for a free 30-minute live reading, one-on-one extended reading. I'm going to be pulling for that in a little while. And we're also doing mini readings. I only have one on the list right now. I have Stephanie A. You're on the list for a mini reading. So if anyone wants to get on that list for a full moon mini reading, you can send your love offering over to the Cash App, or you can send it here in the Super Chat. And we're going to also do some games, some free game giveaways. So that'll be fun too. Anyway, this full moon in Virgo feels really nice. I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards to get things kicking off here. So that's going to be fun. Debbie, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a little while. So that's going to be fun. And this is Rebecca's here. There she is. I was wondering where you were, lady. Hey, Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, I have Stephanie A on the list. And that's it. Nobody else is on the list. The list is open for a full moon mini reading for you. It's a $20 love offering for the reading. And then right now we have 8 names. We're going to wait till we get to 10. 25 if you want to get a question and get on this list, because this is going to be a good list here. We're going to do a free read. Joan, you're on twice because you donated 25 twice this week. Or from the time we started the new list, whenever that was. So I've got your name in twice, and then there's six or 7 other people in the drawing so far, and I am waiting till we get to at least 10. So anyone who wants to get on that $25 list to get a question in tonight and to possibly win, we're going to do that drawing here shortly. And then if you just want to ask a question, it's 20. So send 20 just to ask a question. Fallen Angel, it's one question. Here's how it works. You send your little love offering over to me on Cash App, and I will put your name on the list here. And what I do is I call you on my list one by one. You ask your question, and we pull some tarot cards and give you some guidance. So it'll be fun. Drive safely, Joan. Do drive safely. And so we're also doing some giveaways and stuff. We're doing a drawing to give away a free 30-minute reading. So if you want to ask a question and get in the drawing, you send 25 instead of 20. So that's up to you. But if you just want to ask a question tonight, you just send 20 over and we'll get you on the list. So it's really whatever you want to do. The Cash App is listed in the description of this video. Before we get started though, I want to do something else tonight. We're going to also play some games. Hey, Shannon, nice to see you. And you need to, popping in just for a moment. Oh, well, you need to stay a minute because we're going to be doing the drawing too. So are you driving too? What I did want to tell you guys though, what I'm going to do first and foremost is we're going to pull a animal spirit oracle card. This is going to be, hey Val, nice to see you. This is going to be basically to give you a little guidance about the energy to Aisha, nice to see you. Long time no see. This animal spirit card, everyone has a totem animal or a spirit animal or 3. Some of us have 3. This is more about the energy right now this week that sort of as a collective we're either going to be dealing with or we need to be embracing, and we'll see what comes through with that. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for helping me connect tonight, and thank you for the clear messages and healing guidance for those in need. What's the animal spirit message for the collective tonight? It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah, that full moon in Virgo. Y'all know I'm a Virgo, so I'm loving this full moon in Virgo energy. Doing good, doing good. Yes, Claudia, amen to that. Blessings and abundance to all who pass by. Hi, Carrie, nice to see you. Okay, Let's see what we've got here for you guys. Um, oh, isn't she adorable? Little Ellie. She's a beautiful little bundle of life. Okay, so interesting. I love otters, you guys. Like, ooh, Shannon. So, Venus, let me just say this real quick. So, Shannon, your Venus is in Virgo. Very cool. So, with this full moon energy, I would imagine you are probably going to have a heightened sense of maybe a heightened sense of romance for one thing, but really a heightened sense of what's happening in regards to relationships. You can probably, I during full moon, my Venus is in Leo, and during a full moon in Leo, and also a new moon in Leo, just from a different perspective, I tend to get a heightened sense of like what's coming, what the sort of the future holds in relationships, and sort of like where it's almost like it's like sort of peering around a corner. So yeah, that's something that I would kind of, if I was you, I would kind of look for that tonight. That sort of ability to just sort of take a little peek around a corner and see what's coming. You know what I mean? Ooh, and okay, so and then Rebecca is a Virgo moon, which is even crazier. You know, yeah. So you're gonna see also, I think, with that Virgo moon, you're gonna see that just that the Virgo energy, especially sort of magnified. So like details being very important, and also I'm always in the details of things. Like I pay attention to details, whether it's noticed or not. I notice the details, and sometimes I just brush right past them, and other times I kind of give them really look at them. And so there's an there's an interesting payoff to that, but there can also be pitfalls and catches that things that can get you snagged. You can get snagged on things with that too. So be aware. Okay, guys. So for everyone though, this is really for everyone. I bet right now, especially. So for everyone though, this is for the collective. I want to tell you guys, I love otters. I think otters are the coolest animals. They're just so adorable for one, but man, they can bite. So this otter spirit is card number 42, which breaks down to a six. Okay. So for me, this is a lot of energy where when I see the number six, I do think of balance, but I also think of an energy, almost a devil energy, where the flesh and the spirit are at odds. And this otter spirit says you're never alone. So again, with Virgo energy, the connection to the divine, this is not. This could be about relationships if it's a Venus in Virgo that you're dealing with, but just Virgo energy, the full moon, and this card, it's about connection to source, and it's about knowing you're never alone. Even when you look around and there's nobody around, you're so not alone. You are connected. And this is really sort of a twin soul card also. You know, the otters they're forming that little heart. They're just this little happy couple. From that aspect, but a twin soul or a high level soulmate, that's not really about a physical connection either. That's a spirit connection. That's a heart based connection. That's something that's soulful. So it is all about this connectedness, and the connectedness is energetic. Now, a card that came out as well is the Vulture Spirit, which is a 9. It's card number 63. So it says nothing is wasted. The 9 is the ending, right? That's the wrapping up of cycles. So there are things being wrapped up right now that, number one, in the details, not wasting parts of something, but also knowing nothing's wasted in the sense that whatever is coming to a close, guys, whatever's wrapping itself up, okay, it was supposed to happen the way it happened. I don't care what it felt like. Sometimes it feels really icky, right? I'm sure you, like I do, we have situations we can look back on and go, man, not sure I'm taking a really good lesson out of that one. It seems like it's just left a bad taste in your mouth. But you know what? Nothing is wasted, and that's a real message for all of us. Nothing's wasted, and we got to get it. We got to get that. Sometimes you're not meant to know what the reason was right now. It may be 10 years before you know what the reason was, but the point is there was a reason, right? Oh, Valerie's also a Venus in Virgo. So when it comes to relationship issues and what you're sort of going through right now, Shannon and Valerie, I bet you two can kind of have a can really relate to each other's experience as far as sort of getting a little bit of a peering around the corner of what's coming. Okay, and so that's really interesting, and that's kind of a, I don't know. I think that's a neat thing to be able to say and do. To kind of you can see. And it is like, to me, that's my experience with Venus and Leo during the Leo full moon, is it's literally like peering around a corner, or like sort of like a veil being lifted a little bit, you know, that type of feeling. And it's not to the extreme of certain other things like Lionsgate, but it definitely is a little bit of a veil being lifted, a little bit of a sneak peek, right? So that to me is pretty interesting. Where in the where, okay. So you guys both have Venus, Virgo, and Leo moons. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so I've got Stephanie A on the list. Has anyone else donated since we came on? I've got a list. I've got one person on the list, Stephanie A. I know you're here, aren't you, Stephanie? We'll start with you. If anyone else has sent anything in, let me know. Because I had I think, I know a couple people did because, okay, Rebecca. I know I saw at least one notification come up. I just can't check. I don't want to have to leave to check it. I have Venus, Virgo. Oh, Debbie too. Okay, cool. You did, Debbie? Okay. Okay, so I've got Stephanie, Rebecca, and Debbie so far on the list. If you want to get on the list, it is open. You can send the love offering to Cash App, $RayofLightTarot. If you send 20, you got a question coming. If you sent 25, you're going to be added to the drawing that we're going to do in just a few minutes. And I've got a few people from the other day that are going in. It's a fresh, we're starting over. Remember, we did the 3 drawings for that. And if we have over 10 to go in, I'm gonna do 2 drawings. So if there's over 10 names going in, based on the people that are donating right now, I'll do 2 drawings. So there'll be a chance to win 2. There's going to be 2 readings drawn for. If it's just 10 or under, then we'll just do 1 drawing. So I want, if it's more than 10, for people to have a better chance to win. So that's why we'll do more than 1 if there's more than 10. So, Stephanie, what's your question? What would you like guidance on tonight, Miss Stephanie? Stephanie A. Okay, Deb, thanks. Let me go ahead and make your, you guys feeling this full moon in Virgo energy? It's a good little vibe, right? Okay, so got it. Dustin is your Virgo. I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot. My hands have been liking the Cosmic Tarot lately, so. What's in the cards for Dustin and Stephanie? Near future. Near future for Dustin and Stephanie. Will they be reconnecting? Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups. So there's a little bit of resistance to this. The Hanged Man. The Moon. One more, please. 9 of Pentacles. And then 3 of Wands in reverse. So the problem is, so here's the thing, Stephanie. Right now, you're not, yeah. Hey, Julene, did you, real quick, I'm sorry. Julene, did you email me? I haven't checked my email since I had my little thing go on yesterday, but I just wanted to make sure. Did you shoot me an email? Because I got your reading, your booking, and we need to get you all set. So I'll take care of that tomorrow. I just want to make sure you email me. If you haven't emailed me, shoot me an email too. Okay, cool. I will get in touch with you tomorrow about that. So what's interesting here, Stephanie, is I don't see a reunion or a reconnection happening right now. or in the very immediate future. There's a lot happening here. It's a strong connection because you've got some major arcana. Anytime we're doing a reading about, for me as a reader, anytime we're looking at a connection, a soul connection or something, and we're getting some majors, that's just, it doesn't matter what the cards are. If major arcanas come out, that's really a confirmation about a connection being very soul based, and that there's a lot of lessons or, you know, karma dharma stuff happening, right? And so you've got the moon and the hanged man here. So Dustin is most likely a very high level soulmate at the very least, and someone that's going to be, you're going to go through some cycles with. There is this energy with the Seven of Wands of just resistance. This is an energy of like the first, when this card, it kind of flew out, and when this card flew out, I saw someone with like a door and they had like all these locks, you know, like you see, you know, like in like some of the older New York City apartments where the doors were put on in like the 70s or 80s when crime was rampant, back when New York City was not the safest city in the world like it is now, and there were like locks on every, like the door had like 3 bolt locks and then it's a latch and all this stuff. I was seeing a lot of locks on a door. So for me, what that's representative of is somebody that's just closed off in their heart space. Do they love you? Yeah, that's why the moon is here. You're probably their heart's desire. This is a strong connection. There's no question about feelings. We're talking about feelings. It's to the moon and back, right? That's a strong connection. But there's resistance here, and resistance is, you know, resistance. And so on the one hand, the moon says that this person's not telling, this person is maintaining a level of control in this connection by not sharing a lot right now. So they're not trying to reach out and reconnect with you. In fact, if you reached out to them, they might not respond very well. I don't know. They might not, though, because of all this sort of resistance and this not moving forward. But if you want to know how they feel right here in their heart space, they have, you're connected. You guys are connected. You're being guided, though, with the Nine of Pentacles to really just go after your own sort of happiness, your own fulfillment. And it doesn't mean that you're supposed to be selfish. It means that you're just being called to do things to take care of yourself right now. So, I mean, is it selfishness? Not really. I mean, because it doesn't mean you don't love this person and you wouldn't want to provide for them and give them everything you could, right? But you're not supposed to provide for them right now. You got to provide for you. And it is part of this path. The Hanged Man is also not making a lot of movement, but it's about enlightenment and wisdom and a lot of realizations coming in while you're in this place of kind of not making movement. So recognize that that's happening. But the Three of Wands is here at the bottom of the deck, and the Three of Pentacles, and they're both in reverse. I don't get this can represent third party stuff. I don't get a strong feeling about that, but I do get a feeling that it is about delays as far as building and manifesting, because these are both, this is a card of manifestation, right? And sort of like what you deserve or what you've earned, what you've literally earned being brought into you. And this is a card of building, right? And a lot of times when I'm looking at like a soulmate connection or something, it's about building a new home, building a relationship. And both of these came out in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So the energy right now is, yes, there is an energy of building. This is something in the manifestation works, but it's like it's in the queue right now. It's not ready. So it's all kind of in a holding pattern. Is there energy of reconnection and building? Absolutely, but it's not happening right now. And I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow or the next day or the next. Like, I think you've got to shift your focus to something else, because understandably, that's what's going to be on your mind, especially during a full moon when you have that kind of a connection. But also, you got to understand that if it's already in delay, you worrying about it is only going to delay it even more. So you don't want to delay something even more that's already delayed. So you got to shift your focus right here to those Nine of Pentacles. And like, that's about a person focusing on being self-sufficient, being strong, growing financially. Like this is an opportunity of financial expansion. You can make some money, honey. Like this is a chance to be a boss. And then also the heart space energy and sort of that ability to be intuitive and express yourself very openly and honestly. And to trust in good things and not become sort of worried that bad things are happening. All of that is going to come as the result of this. But Definitely no. I don't see a reconnection right now or in the near future, unfortunately. The energy's there, but it's in a holding pattern. So I would definitely shift the focus off of that as much as possible so that you can help. That's the best thing you can do to help free up that energy that's sort of stuck, is to just forget about it. Focus on something else. When you take your eyes off of that, that allows the wheels to start turning again, okay? As long as you're staring at it, it's not going to move. It's like one of those, it's like a possum. Think of spirit, and spirit doing things is like a possum. You know how a possum plays dead when it knows someone's watching it? The relationship is going to play dead as long as you're focused on it. You have to take your focus off of it completely, and even mentally, emotionally, you have to shift your focus off of it for it to stop playing dead. So try to think of it like that, okay? So you're actually going counterintuitive to what you're feeling and wanting to do in order to help the wheels start to turn forward again. That's definitely good guidance, I can tell you that. Okay, so let me see here. So I've got, hold on. Okay, I've got Steph, Rebecca, and Debbie. Hang on one second, guys. Do you only do readings for super chats? No, Jamie, I do readings. Actually, tonight I'm going to do a couple free readings. We're going to play some games, but I do readings for Cash App for a $20 love offering is what it normally is, or for a super chat. Yeah, that closed off energy is strong right now too. So that's why the best thing you can do, fallen angel, is shift it away from that, because you're just gonna, it's like you're just rubbernecking. You're just watching a deadly car crash at this point. You know what I mean? There's strong connection there, okay? But you just gotta stay sort of, you've got to keep your energy and your attention on something else for it to just, for the energy to be able to flow freely. It's like, you know, here's the thing. Morgan, no, not Morgan, Madison, one of my clients on here, Madison, she's won two free readings in my drawings, two in a row. And I was like, isn't that crazy? You keep winning. And you know what she said? She was like, yeah, it's probably because I don't care. Like, that's so important to understand. That's such a big part of manifestation, and everything flows better. It's not that you don't care, but it's like we all care too much sometimes. And the energy of when you bring things to you and manifest the best things to you, it's when you kind of want them, but you just kind of don't care. It's there's a sweet spot between caring and not caring that's just right. And so you've got to kind of find that sweet spot. There's a lot of resistance, and so a big part of that you have to know is that you're caring too. You just kind of have to stop worrying about it, stop caring, and that'll definitely free up some of the resistance and the connection. Okay. You're welcome. Hi, Leota. Nice to see you. Okay, Rebecca, you are next, Rebecca. What is your question, Rebecca? Happy full moon in Virgo. Happy full moon in Virgo, guys. I love this energy. I love Virgo. I mean, that's so like narcissistic. I love Virgo. I'm a Virgo. I love it. No, but it is. It's a cool energy. It's very exacting. Virgo is very exacting energy. Does Chad still want to work towards more? Listen to Shannon. He came to visit me this weekend and wants to continue the way we are. The distance is keeping us from really bonding. Time to move on. All right, let's see. I don't get time to move on, but we got to see what the cards say. No, I don't get that. Um, I mean, I know you already, just from having known you and your spiritual awareness, I know you're pretty aware of not clogging things up in a relationship and how not to clog things up, right? So I know it's trying to put your name in the hat. Okay, Betty, if you want to put your name in the hat, it's a $25 love offering to Cash App. It's $RayofLightTarot. The information's in the description of the video, and I'm about to do the drawing in just a minute. So, yeah, you want to get that in now. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. When someone has like trust issues or issues with opening up, that can make it obviously, just practically speaking, very difficult. What's going on with this? What's the guidance for her in this situation for Rebecca? And what's his perspective here? Okay, that's him. So he's definitely seeing you. So he kind of, in a way, sees you as sort of like, it's weird. He kind of sees you as out of his league. I'm not sure why is he seeing you as the high priestess. That's not a bad thing. But when it comes to a romantic relationship, you don't really want someone to see you as the high priestess because, in a sense, the high priestess is like sort of solitary, right? And that's certainly there's a lot of admiration behind that viewpoint, but there's not a lot of reciprocal energy. The tower's here as well. Yeah, I think he definitely feels that because he's seeing you as the high priestess and also as the nine of pentacles. So these are both energies that are very, the nine of pentacles, I was just talking about this card, and it's a lot of times from one reading to the next, guys, a card will mean totally different things, but I'm getting a very similar energy of, self-sufficiency, being on a solitary path. This does not mean that's the path you're on. This is how he is viewing you at this time, how Chad is choosing to view you. And that's something he's got to look at. And you may even need to have a conversation about this because you guys have a tower coming. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can't make him see how amazing he is. And here's what's so sad about people. Some people, even people we're connected to, I always read like how twin souls and stuff, like you bring them up, they don't bring you down. That's not necessarily true, guys. If someone else doesn't see themselves in a good light, you trying to make them see how special they are, it really can sometimes take away from your energy to where they lose respect for you and take advantage. It's a weird thing. He's seeing you as someone who's better than him. He is. But that lack of self-confidence you can't fix that. He's got to go. I think he's got to go. The tower's here. And it's not that it's got to be permanent, but he's got to go figure this out and fix this, because what's happening is when we try to build someone else up, it doesn't take away from our security, but it changes their view of us. They stop being able to see the bad, like it's really stupid, kind of. It's kind of stupid, but it's a reality. And so you do have the Ace of Wands here and the Six of Swords. I think things are about to improve a lot, but it is through a solitary path of some kind. You have the Six of Pentacles here. The Sun's in reverse behind that. It feels stupid. Well, there's a lot of the sixes, the sixes, I have a thing about sixes too, where it's like, oh, Beth. Sorry, Beth. Yeah, I did. I don't have my glass. I need to put my glasses on, but I don't like those black rimmed glasses. So I'm just going to call people that are Beth Betty. Here's the thing. There's a battle going on. It's a spiritual warfare type thing. So for him, he's aware of the connection, obviously. Like, that, he knows that. It's not about this being a strong connection, but this is going to his spiritual self. This is going to his love for himself and his belief of his worthiness. Like, am I worthy? Am I deserving of this kind of happiness where there's no reason? Like, it's almost like sometimes when something's, we all hear like, if it looks too good to be true, it is. Well, that's not necessarily true. Sometimes it's just perfect, but you can ruin just perfect with your monkey mind. And there's a monkey mind here that's really doing some damage. There is an opportunity here as you two find balance, and also wherever this friction is, that spirit flesh friction, this is like looking up toward the moon. And it's like by not focusing on spiritual things, by focusing on the material, the financial, taking the focus, it's sort of the same thing I was saying to Stephanie a little bit earlier, is like a little bit of shifting the focus off of this is not a bad thing. A little bit of shifting off the spiritual aspect is going to help things kind of ease up a little bit. It's like taking a breather, getting a little breathing room. There's a need for that in order for him to focus directly on his heart's desires. What is your heart's desire? Like, for example, let's say your heart's desire is to be with me. If your heart's desire is to be with me in a relationship, then that's also going to be something you're afraid of. So you're kind of afraid that if we were together in a relationship, you would ruin it. So instead of focusing on that, right, you got to go focus on whatever these Six Pentacles are. And as you focus on those Six Pentacles, it sort of just takes a little bit of the, Eddie Murphy used to joke about like when gay guys, he could tell when gay guys were looking at him because his ass got hot. And I know that that's such a horrible thing to say, but it's just something Eddie Murphy used to say. In the 80s, it was okay to make fun of gay people. We were the butt of everyone's jokes. And the reason I use that is because, as horrible as that is, it's something like that with the relationship. When the focus is on something, it heats up. It's like you feel the eyes of the world on it, and the eyes of the world may just be coming from YouTube, but it's increasing and it's making pressure build around it. So the minute that focus shifts onto something else, it just alleviates the pressure and it allows things to move in just a more organic way. Okay. The good news is this: you've got the Six of Swords, you've got the Ace of Wands. That's not only a new beginning, that's a passionate new beginning, but it doesn't come until things are in an energy of where it's like you've come into calmer waters. So how do you move into these calmer waters? You do kind of, I don't think it's like you've got to let it go and get out now, but I think it's just kind of like a breather. Take some room to breathe, take some room to kind of see where things are, and don't stress too much about it right now. Because it's more for Chad's benefit than yours, Rebecca. I feel like if you just allow the sort of time to sort of focus on other things, that's going to allow Chad to feel a lot more free to explore and then express what's really going on up there. Okay? So a breather, but it's more for his benefit than for you. The Nine of Pentacles is going after your own desires, but the goal of it is not for so much it's not your goal. It's for what you want him to feel more comfortable doing and being. Okay? I just got a notification from M. Kim. Is M. Kim here? M. Kim? We need to do the drawing real quick. Debbie, let's do the drawing real quick and then we'll come back to your question, okay? You got some solid advice right there. Guys, we're going to need to do this drawing real quick. We got to do the drawing. So I've got Debbie, M. Kim. Hey, M. Kim, I've got you on the list. I'm going to also, you sent 25, so I'm putting you in the drawing. Did anyone else need to get on the list for the drawing? Because we're doing the drawing now. Jamie. Wait, where did you send it to? Is it Janny? Jan? I see you, but where did you send it to? Hold on one second. Guys, give me 1 sec. I'll be BRB, 1 sec. I think I got it. Wow, don't forget that when you get... Beth, what are you saying? Wow, don't forget that when... Oh, you get... Beth, I don't know what you mean, Beth. I saw Honey Bunny. Who is Honey Bunny? I didn't get Jane, but I saw someone named Honey Bunny. Is that you, Jane? Oh, okay. Well, that's what... It doesn't say Jane. It says Honey Bunny X. Gotcha. So I'm going to put it as Honey Bunny X in the drawing. And then Beth, what were you saying? I don't know if Beth was saying she sent something or not, but that's it. I didn't get any more, so I'm doing the drawing, guys. We're going to do the drawing. We're doing the drawing. M. Kim, putting you in. Debbie. Erica. Some of these are from the other day, too, remember. Tiara. Shannon. Julene. Bobby. Joan. Nicole. Stephanie. Malia. Honey Bunny. Oh, and Rebecca, too. I didn't do Rebecca. One more. One more. Okay. And winner is... Who's the winner? Who will it be? Nicole. Nicole. I think Nicole's here tonight, but Nicole, you are the winner. Nicole is the winner. And you are all winners. Absolutely, you are all winners, Jane. Because why? because you just are. By your very existence, you're a winner. So I'm going to leave these names in here. Here's what we're going to do. For those of you who didn't win, don't fret. We're going to leave these names in here. And on Wednesday Night Live, I'm going to add a few more to this, and we're going to do another drawing. So you might win yet. You might win yet. Because I just feel like being nice. This Virgo full moon just feels so good. It just feels so good. Yay, Nicole. And Shannon's happy for you because Shannon's got an hour reading coming her way. So, a tease with a tease. Okay, so let's do this. Debbie, what's your question? And then we got M. Kim and Jane. Debbie, M. Kim, and Jane. And then I do want to play a couple freebies. So I'm going to do like a couple freebs. So hang out, guys. Freebs are good. All right, all right, all right, all right. How does my Virgo friend feel about me now that what? 2 years since your divorce? Okay. So when you see each other, he's vulnerable, but he doesn't really reach out. So, you know, I'm going to read what the cards say, but I do have to say the message that I do get from something like that could be a friend vibe. Like, you know, remember the movie He's Just Not That Into You? I mean, and the reason I'm saying that is just because that's what that feels like. Like, if you're friends with somebody, when you're around them, you're going to be open, you know? But if it's more than friends, you would probably want to reach out more. But let's see what the cards say. That's a vibe that I got right off the bat, just because I related to the Virgo energy and I thought how I would be in that situation. Like, if I'm interested in somebody romantically, I'm going to reach out to them. Like, you're going to know if I'm interested in you. It's not going to be, he might be interested in me. No, you're going to know. Like, it's going to be very clear that I am pursuing something with you. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a, I wonder. Well, and so that can be a problem. Yeah, that could be a big problem. That's probably a big stumbling block, especially with a Virgo personality, Debbie. That's going to be a thing that's in the forefront of his mind. What's going on with this Virgo? And Virgos, they do this thing called taking in sick patients too. So be aware of that if you have interest in a Virgo. Virgos are very critical and very analytical, but they also have big hearts. They're very watery for a Earth sign, and they call it taking in sick patients. Like, they have a hospital ward. So Virgos, like, if they see a vulnerability in somebody, they're going to want to be close and vulnerable with you. So don't ever let yourself think of Virgo as like interested in you romantically unless they tell you like, hey, you want to do that, like, because a Virgo will connect to you in the heart space, but not want more sometimes. So be aware of that. Julene. Okay, but this is definitely someone who is interested. I think there's an energy, and the reason I say that is there is this building energy here. So but see, again, this could be friendship. This person wants to build on the relationship with you going forward. That's for sure. Okay, that's for sure. And there's something about to shift here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, so that means things could kind of go either way right now. It hasn't been decided. So right now it is more of a friendship energy, but it hasn't really been decided which way it's going to go. So there's definitely the thought is in their mind. Like, it's a thought in their mind. And Temperance is here also, which means that this period of sort of not coming together in that way, it's by design. It's by design from source. So there's a lot of majors here happening. Wow. He's just really blocked off to this because of whatever. There's some fears here. It may have to do with the work thing and being a man, and like the perception of power, right? The perception of, especially with like the Me Too movement and stuff. Right now, we're at people are keenly aware right now of a perceived power structure and how that can make a relationship inappropriate or make it impossible for somebody to consent to a relationship, right? The Tower's here because there is this blocked off energy. And so, you know, this is just kind of, you could do Cash App or you can do the super chat here. But see, this Two of Swords, Deb, is a blocked off energy. So with that, I would say, you don't want to push anything again, but you don't have to because the tower's coming. So spirit, you're kind of you're in kind of a gravy train situation, which is good. It's like there's not a lot you have to do to fix this situation. Source is taking care of this for you. It's just, I mean, obviously it never works out on our time frame, right? It's always divine timing, but take care of the things you need to be taken care of and let it roll. Just let it fly and don't worry too much because things are, look, I mean, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, three majors. I feel such a strong confirmation that this is being handled by a higher power than you or this person. So it's kind of okay to just trust in it and let it happen. That's good news, but it doesn't mean you're going to get exactly what you want, but it does mean you're going to get what your heart truly needs and desires. So that's a good thing. And a big part of this is resistance. I think it's more than just the job situation and the power structure. And it goes into some really deep things with this person, but that's a big part of it too. That is all going to shift. The Tower is resistance coming down. The Wheel of Fortune is saying it's up in the air, but Temperance is here saying it's been held back for a reason. And it's not like just because of the job thing. It's about like it's your soul's desire is known, right? To source. So that's taken into account just as much as anyone else's. And the parts are moving. The parts are moving right now. So try to be patient. I do think this person really is interested. If they're not aware of it, they definitely have that thought moving around inside of them. He's the one that I really want. Yeah, and it is a strong connection. I mean, we've got 4 cards here. Well, 4.5, because I kind of pulled the Two of Swords behind that. 4 cards, 4.5 cards here, and 3 of them are major arcana, Deb. I mean, that's a confirmation in and of itself. That's a confirmation. This is strong stuff. But all the more reason to just trust and be patient. I know it's hard. I get it. Like, I've been in situations where it sucks having to be patient, but you know what? You can do it. I have learned when you truly love somebody, and it's not from a selfish place, when you truly love somebody from a very selfless place where you just want to see them happy and you don't really need anything in return, you can wait for years for things to get built that are being built. You don't require immediate gratification, right? And so this isn't about that anyway. This is about that which is worth having, right? It doesn't always come easy. And you already know it doesn't come easy, but it's going to be worth having, I think. Yeah, and that issue with the like I said, with the power that we were talking about with the power balance, that's going to be a thing in and of itself, but I think that's going to be addressed when the resistance comes down with the Tower. That's going to be one of a few things that get addressed. The Tower is the overall energy though, so there's some shifting thing, and the Wheel of Fortune too. Things are happening right now. I think that Temperance energy is coming to an end, and if there is more Temperance, it's for a new reason. It's like so you're going to be seeing things change and new things happening. But if Temperance is, I couldn't tell if Temperance was a past energy or another new energy, because that's some separation. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I think, just really practice your manifesting and visualizing what it will feel like to have your heart's desire. You can't make someone else do anything, nor would you want to, right? But you can certainly do your part in visualizing what it is you would like to see happen and visualizing it and imagining what that would feel like and giving that a chance from your perspective. You can't make it happen. It takes 2 to tango, right? And you can't, and nor would you want to force someone else to do something that their heart's not in, but you can make it not happen if you don't manifest it and start trying to. So, give it a shot. Okay? Give it a shot. Good luck with it, Deb. Good luck. And check in with us Wednesday night in 2 days for the hump day readings, because your name's still in here for a possible another drawing. And you two, I don't know if Rebecca's still here, but you're in there too. Shannon, you guys are all in here. I think was Valerie in the most recent? I don't know if Valerie was. Yeah. Okay. M. Kim, what is your question? M. Kim. Hey, Leah. Yeah, just send a Cash App over and I will get you added. M. Kim. I would like to know what will happen. You're welcome, sweetie. Good to see you. Happy full moon in Virgo. My connection with Leo, DM, honest conversation, reconciliation, reunion. Okay. He was very closed off last minute. Okay. Let's see what the energy is right now. I feel like something is coming full circle, so we shall see. What's going on with this person's DM and the current energies, current and near future? What's happening here? Just show me the overall. What's that? Judgment. You know, here's the thing. This person's not in a happy place. Like, whatever's gone on, this person has felt it. Whether you realize it or not, they have felt the pain of this, okay? So a lot of times we can think, oh man, I'm the only one hurting. They're not feeling crap. No, this person's feeling a lot of pain. Not that that's what you want, right? You don't want them in pain, but it's good to know that they care to that extent, right? There's just too much ego in this, and there's too much of a feeling. See, here's the problem. When there's ego involved like this, and there's this feeling of being like trapped, even though you're both not even together, you both, to a certain extent, feel trapped energetically, but you're not even looking at each other. So it's a really tough situation. The Judgment card is here, which is the major arcana, so that's good. That's about a call to action, like awakening, woke, right? You can dream or you can be woke, or you can be a woke dreamer. I like to tell people I'm a woke dreamer, which means I still dream. I still have dreams and I dream about it and I visualize things, but I'm woke. I'm going after those dreams with a consciousness that will not be stopped. And so that's what's happening here. There's a change that's leading to this woke dreaming where you're still wanting something. You still have the energy of desiring it, but now you know that desire doesn't get you all the way. You got to go after something. If you want it bad enough, you can get it, but you've got to go after it. So do you want it? Now, there's this energy of sadness here. Whatever your DM thought that they were going after when things went south, it wasn't what they wanted, okay? There's a lot of disappointment energy for like people in these type of connections. The runner is feeling very, just collective wise, guys, for those of you, if you're listening and you're in a twin soul journey, just know this. If you have a DM who was a runner, who was running, whatever they were running from or whatever they thought they were running to, there's a lot of disappointment for them in the past couple months. They're really feeling disappointed, like, oh man, what was I thinking? I had an opportunity to go further into this, which had all of this hope and possibility, and I chose to stay or go towards something that wasn't that, but because it felt safe or because I felt scared, whatever it was, it's like they got a smack in the face from something or someone. From something or someone in the past, there was a smack in the face or a smackdown. Someone who maybe didn't treat this person right, and they got another smackdown. Or it just could be experiencing other dates and not having a lot of success. But these cups are all sloshing all over the place. This person's overwhelmed, and they're like literally on the ground praying and begging for help. So it's not good. You can see that, right? This person is not happy. You've got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is there's a cycle here that needs to complete, and you can be the one to help this cycle complete. Make sure that if there is some ego energy for him, that you're not in the ego energy, that you are just really focusing on the completion of things and not being blocked off. Okay, you don't want to be blocked off or defensive. This feels like it is, like you said, a DM. Like that's a twin soul connection. When you look at the moon here and you see those two birds that are like, they're kind of mirroring each other. They're flying through, and they both have the same heart's desire. You guys have the same heart's desire. That's beautiful, okay? And so that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing, and that's just really something that you want to keep belief in. You don't need to focus on it, but you need to keep your belief in it. Thank you for the $5 love offering. I appreciate it. You don't have to stay focused. Just keep the faith, keep the belief. So I think the good news is, yes, there's like that call to action and awakening. Don't get impatient though, because divine timing is a real thing, guys. Divine timing is a real thing, and you have to allow it to happen. You just kind of have to allow it to happen and allow it to move in its own pace. And it's going to be involved in a connection like this. It'll like the old saying, it'll feel better when it stops hurting. It'll happen when you stop worrying about it, and not a moment sooner. So, you know. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for posting the. Actually, I think I'm going to be closing the list out. I've got Julene and Leah, so we'll go ahead and do those. And then I'm going to head out for the night because I've got somebody that just booked an emergency reading that I've got to do tonight. So I've got to do that. Not a moment sooner. All right, so good luck, Em. With that, good luck. Stay woke. Not Julene, I'm sorry, Jane. Jane, Beth, Betty, Jane, Julene. I've got all these names in my head. I don't know what's going on. Happy full moon in Virgo, y'all. So I know I'm going to get the Sag and Scorpio readings up. I'm going to get those up really quick, like in the next 12 hours. Yesterday kind of threw me off a little bit. I told myself I would. It's okay. If you need information, you need information. Okay. Thank you, Jane. How does this soul partner see Jane? How do they see Jane, and what do they feel for Jane? Show me the heart space, the true feelings. So it's still in like a, yeah, you want to know what, exactly. You want to know what you want to know. They see you, this is good. This is good. You've got 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. They see you as like a wish come true. They may not be sharing this with you, but they do see that. And so that's a lot. You've got the 4 of Wands behind that, but it's in reverse. So you guys aren't moving into a union anytime soon. I mean, that's in the cards though. So that's kind of cool. There's room to grow here. That's an exciting thing. And there's an opportunity. You need to be patient. You know, you've got the Hanged Man here. That's a major arcana. And that's about sort of where you're at. I think the Hanged Man is really about working on your ritual and your meditations, you know, growing closer to source, growing closer to your purpose and your path. These soulmate connections, guys, they come in because they are part of our purpose and our path, but they're not the whole enchilada, right? I don't care if it's a twin soul. They're not the whole thing. It's so much more about what it does to you. It's like that person is there to help you awaken to your true path, to your true joy. And it's not really about that connection as much as what that connection has the power to do in the, you know, in the broader scheme of things. Now, this person really watches you a lot and has a lot of interest in you. That Swords energy here, even though it's a King of Swords, which is like a sort of a very good communicator and very logical, with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like it's kind of like these are both interchangeable. So there's kind of like a Page of Swords also and a King of Pentacles. So it's a really strong energy. With that, there's room to grow here. That's what I keep getting, room to grow. A lot of good stuff here. And also, like, this person's really interested in you. They're not doing anything. I like the fact that this person's energy, it's not obsessive. It's not obsessive, right? And if you have a twin soul, it can sometimes get a little obsessive. Like, you may end up spying on them, or need to slow your roll down a little bit with where you want the relationship to go, or you may be like looking into their email, their stuff, and you shouldn't be looking into their stuff, that type of thing. There can be that kind of snooping energy and stuff. This is good. It's balanced. There's a little bit of watching you. There's a little bit of checking up for you, checking for you, seeing what you're doing, but it's balanced. It's not too much, okay? And so there's also an energy of messages and communication. This person's going to pull you out of this Hanged Man energy. I don't think you need to worry about pulling yourself out of it. The Two of Pentacles, the stepping stone, you're on the path toward good things. You're moving toward a good future. It's going to happen slowly. What I feel here is with the Hanged Man energy and then the 9 of 10 of Cups, though, you're going to get some major messages and major enlightenment, doing like meditations and really connecting. You also don't need to worry about other things being on hold. This is about the soul connection with this person. Other things, you're still going to be making nice progress, and you've got expansive energy, and you've got the Ace of Swords here. So this is some truth coming in when you least expect it, out of the blue, and it's a gift from the divine. the big guy and girl or whoever upstairs, the source energy that really gives things its movement in life, there's going to be a gift from the divine that's going to allow you to really start to see things clearly and really know some truth, okay? There's a lot of sapphic and phallic energy in this card. If you look at it, there's a lot of energy of masculine and feminine creating something new, okay? And the dance, right? That interpretive dance that goes on between a masculine and feminine energy to build something new. And what's being built that's new is this big expansion based on truth, the understanding of truth, and the communication of truth. So be patient here with just let this happen, right? Let it happen. Hello, guys. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Good, good, good. Okay, I've got Leah, and it looks like Diane sent some stuff. So I'll take. No more questions, guys. Okay, I've got Leah and then Diane. I'm closing it down for the night because I've got something I've got to do. So I apologize, but Leah, Diane, you ready, Leah? I don't know if Leah's back yet. Actually, is Diane back? Who are we doing? Who are we doing? What is it, girls? What is? Is that Diane? I saw you sent for two questions, Diane. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead with your first. Yeah. And then Leah, let me do one of Diane's questions, then we'll do you, and then we'll do Diane's second question. Thank you, Rebecca. List is closed. This full moon is donezo. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Just teasing. Just teasing. I love you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't do last night. I had my life is so strange. You guys, if you guys lived my life for a day, I think you'd end up in a mental hospital. Seriously. I love you too, Leah. What's your first question, Diane? And you don't want to end up in the mental hospital. I like how, did you guys ever seen before Carrie Fisher died? She did a thing called Wishful Drinking, an HBO comedy special. And she tells it like, I love how she says it. She was like, when I was 32, I was invited to go to a mental hospital. I love how she's like, it's an invitation. And she's like, well, you don't want to be rude. Like so you go. Yeah, that's an invitation you don't want to get. And that's an invitation you can't decline, sweeties. Okay. It needed to be donezo. Nice. Congratulations. Let's see. Oh, thank you, M. Kim. I appreciate that. What does JR feel about you? There's some resistant energy. Whoa. So JR, no. Oh, wow. Look at this. Empress, Queen of Wands. Very strong. So JR feels a lot of connection to you. The thing about the Queen of Wands, I actually want to talk about the Queen of Wands. If this says anything about the Queen of Wands, guys, I want to talk about her before the Empress. And the Empress is a major arcana. But here's the thing. The Queen of Wands is one of my favorite cards. I talk about this a lot. The Queen of Wands, to me, is the only feminine energy that's actually got a masculine energy as well. This is a strong energy. The Queen of Wands is magical. Magician's here as well. You've got a lot of manifesting energy, 10 of Cups behind that. So this is a strong connection. I think you already know that. Obviously, Diane, you know that this is a strong connection. That's probably why you have a follow-up question. You're aware that this is something that is source energy based, and it's time for you to there's not a lot of time to waste in connections like this. Like this is clearly one of those connections where it's not like this is the diamond, you found this diamond in a haystack, and so you need to value it, right? But what he sees is someone who is not only the divine feminine and connected to source, magical in a very unique way that is magical in a very creative way, right? But also someone that has the distinct and unique ability to go after what they want in a very divine masculine type of way. The feminine is very connected intuitively. The feminine sort of brings things in. The masculine is an action-oriented energy. Well, the Queen of Wands is both. She brings it in and she's also like a magnet moving towards it. So they meet in the middle. So he sees you as someone who's very strong in both feminine and masculine ways that are very attractive to him. You have this shared energy of magician, which means this is manifesting itself already. The energies are already there with the Ten of Cups coming as sort of the outcome card. This just looks really good. What's your other question? Let me do her other question, Leah, while I'm connected to this energy. Then we'll go back and do Leah's because when I get connected to an energy like this, I have to just kind of stay with it. You've also got the World. You guys are completing a cycle here that's very important. What you need to know is the darkness attacks connections like this. So just know the darkness will attack a connection like this. I've had an experience like this. The darkness will get a hold of people that aren't balanced and they will act cuckoo. It'll get a hold of you if you're not balanced and make you act cuckoo. The darkness will attack these strong connections like this in really weird ways that might surprise you sometimes. So you need to be prepared for that. Okay? Because this is the kind of connection that doesn't just impact a few people around it. This connection, it's like dominoes falling. It's going to have major impacts on the world. And so, of course, if there's light and darkness, you know that the light is so strong, the darkness is going to rise to kind of meet that and try to pull it down. You just have to know that, okay? Thank you, Julene, so much. Yeah, and so I think he sees that you are a worthy opponent almost. Like you're a worthy traveling partner. You're somebody who can be down and be like and do that. So that's really good. Let's see. You meant will we travel, right? Not will be. Yeah, go. So go. Let's see. I feel like this is really good energy here. Everywhere you go, too, there's going to be an impact and you're going to be transmuting energies there. Will they travel? Princess of Swords. I'm not understanding that one. Princess of Cups. So you're definitely going to be reclaiming a lot of youthful energy. The moon is here. There's a building energy that is delayed. So this travel might be a little delayed, but with that coronavirus, a lot of traveling is getting delayed. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this. I think it's a yes, but it's a slow build. It's a really slow build with the Two of Pentacles here. Again, those feel to me like stepping stones. So it's like, it's a slow momentum build. The moon says to me that you might need to do some real aligning and getting in touch with what is holding you back. Okay, if anything is holding you back, get in touch with that and sort of deal with whatever that is. Okay, you don't want to have things that are sort of slowing you down or holding you back. So just kind of be aware of that. All right. I feel like these princesses are coming out because it's number one, it's about an opportunity for you to connect with sort of the inner child. And that's also with the moon, because that's the major arcana there. There's a need for you to do that before you start this, because that's going to kind of lead you on your way. Let me get an archangel card with this too. This is interesting. Oh, I need to put your name too, Diane, twice in the drawing for a free reading. And also Jane and M. Kim. I'm going to add all those names for the next drawing on Wednesday, guys, because we already did the drawing. But you'll get added to the next drawing. It's the Archangel card here. Oh. Archangel Zadkiel and Security. Zadkiel and Security. Yeah, if you need to book an extended reading, all that information is in my general videos and what to do. Same thing, Cash App. With Zadkiel and Security, and then you've got Sandalphon and Evolution. These are about shifts in not only your consciousness, but it's about a shift in possibly your definition of security. But you want to connect to Archangel Zadkiel before these trips, just to make sure that you feel like, comfortable, make sure your passport's up to date, make sure you got all your shots if you're going to any weird places. This is definitely an opportunity for you to evolve on a soul level and to really, I think, ramp up your own soul growth. Although you guys are going to be affecting other lives. And there is an energy of expressed freedom here, and Archangel Uriel behind that. I think that's for you as well. So you're going to feel an energy of expressed freedom once you start to step into this. But it is a little scary, and I think there's a little resistance within you. That's why the moon is there and those younger energies. There may be some fears about, even now, you may have some fears about stepping into an energy of that much freedom. A lot of people do. A lot of twin souls. Maybe sometimes a twin soul's stuck in a marriage and they want to get a divorce and all this stuff, but because they know that they want to go into this adventure with their twin soul, but they're scared. It's scary, and that kind of freedom, as much as it appeals to them, it scares them too. That adventure is scary. So just be aware of those energies, and be aware that whatever that moon is, whatever your hidden desires are, it's okay to step into them, but you may need to do some healing energy first, right? And sort of bring that down to a place where you are really in touch with your fears, your desires, and your feeling of security and your sort of bubble of light that's protecting you all around, okay? All right. Thank you, Diane. I'm going to move on to Leah because I've got to wrap it up. Love this full moon in Virgo energy. Leah, what's your question, sweetie? Oh, good. You're welcome. You're welcome, Diane. What are Salvador's intentions at this time with Leah and their daughter? Well, he took a little longer than I actually thought, to be honest with you, Leah. So there's been some delays. You haven't been focusing on this too much, have you? Because that maybe, if you've been focusing on it, that would explain some of these delays, because I didn't think it would take this long. Don't be slowing the energies up by focusing on it. I warned you about that, I'm sure. Hey, you look so ghoul. I look so ghoul or cool? I'm trying not to. That means you are, though. That's okay. I know it's hard. I get it. Listen, Leah, I get it. I did feel like he would be coming in a little sooner than he did. So I think make sure you're not adding to any resistance by laser focusing on it. Okay. His intentions are good. Okay. You got Prince of Cups here. Intentions are good. He's not ready to change, though. The star is here and it's in reverse. So a part of him wants to change, because if no part of him wanted to change, the star wouldn't be here. Spirit wouldn't even be trying to give you something you don't want, right? Like that your higher self doesn't want. You wouldn't be getting a transformation. The fact that it's trying to come in at all says that a part of him wants to change, and he does have good intentions with this cup. With the Prince of Cups and the star in reverse, though, he's not ready. The Fool is here and the Moon is here. So that's about his secret desires. He wants to leap in. He wants to jump into something good, right? But he's still so focused on the past, and he's trying to come out of this ego energy. 2 5s here. So there is change, but it's like what wins out? You've got the battle for the emotions and the battle for the ego. These 5s both represent change, but they're different energies kind of going at each other. And again, in his heart of hearts, he wants to take a leap of faith and to do the right thing. So these are what the majors are saying. So I have to go with that. Things are going to be continuing to evolve. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Every time you catch yourself worrying about this situation and him, you've got to find something else to worry about, because you will be putting resistance on. Again, same message that I don't know if you were here for the message I had for someone earlier. It's like there's a wheel that's stuck and it can't turn. And the more you focus on that wheel, the less it can turn. You've got to shift your focus away from that wheel so it can turn. Or like a possum plays dead when a human is, like when it sees people watching it, it plays dead. And the possum gets up and leaves once that people are gone. That's your relationship. It's the possum. As long as you're looking at this situation with her father, it's going to play dead. You've got to totally shift your focus off this situation and stop thinking about it, or it's going to keep playing dead. Like you can't, and that's part of the reason it's taken so long to even get to this point. You have to believe me, because I promise what I'm saying to you is true. It's going to happen. So even more reason not to worry about it, because it's going to happen either way, but it could be so much less time if you just don't give it any of your energy. Because the less energy you give it, the more it has to function on its own and the more it's going to happen. You've got good stuff happening here. The desires are in the right place. This person is no longer 100% desiring to avoid this. So that's good. But there's definitely a need to just really shift that focus. Please do. Please do. And just know there is some ego still here at work, but there's also a lot of energy of good intentions. The Prince of Cups is a desire to not only apologize, but to really it may not be backed up by a lot of action yet. The Fool is going to be action, but right now it's a desire to take action. So hey, that's the best we've seen in a long time. That's good. That's really good. Sorry. That's really good, and I really like that energy. It feels good too. It feels promising. So I want you to take time to kind of feel it, sort of release it. It's a full moon. Go outside or look outside. Do something where you're connecting to the energy tonight. Feel that goodness. Feel what it's going to feel like as this progresses, and then release that energy. Once you felt it, once you go, oh, that's what it's going to feel like. I know how good it's going to feel. I just felt it. Once you feel it, say thank you and release it. And then don't worry about it. Keep yourself from not worrying about it. That's the best thing you can do for this. But yeah, I think that his intentions are good. I don't know that there's a lot of action behind them right now, so don't get impatient, but the intentions are good. And for the first time, that feels really all good. Like everything, the only rough part is that battle between the ego stuff and this, but even the ego is just battling some sadness from the past. It's not about the present or the future. It's more about past stuff and maybe some past letdowns, past disappointments. So that's okay. Sometimes it's hardest to get rid of our ego when we look back on past hurts, right? So that's okay. That stuff's going to work itself out. Patience, my dear. Good luck, though. Good luck. You're welcome. Hey, guys, go and enjoy this this full moon energy. Thank you for your patience, guys. I'm sorry about having to postpone last night's readings, but it was fun hanging out tonight. I think it was a good little vibe here, even though we only went a little over an hour. We still had fun. We grabbed Monday night by the balls. We twisted them and we yanked them down. Anyway, okay, so I'll be back on Wednesday night, guys. Hey, Michael Gillis, nice to see you. I'm sorry you missed. Come and join us Wednesday for Hump Day Live at 9 o'clock. I'll be back Wednesday night. We're going to do another drawing for Hump Day Live. It's going to be lots of fun. Yes, thank you so much, Rebecca. You are the best. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Joan, thank you. Yes, super full moon. We love it. Good night, you guys. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it, having fantasies. All right. Hearts. Love you guys.